Hello.
Hey,
Happy Sunday.
we're ready to cook for you.
Yes, so Miss Pequin and I decided that a cooking show would be great to add to our YouTube channel, as it ropes into procedural writing and is just a really great way to connect at home during this time. So we are here, and what are we going to make for you today, Miss Pequin?
We are going to make buttermilk pancakes, and we're going to switch it up and add in some blueberries.
Yes. So this is a recipe that I make all the time, and I shared it with Miss Pequin, and I just love it. So hopefully it works out. So let's
Fingers crossed.
get started.
All I've been thinking about is these pancakes since we mentioned doing this. So,
Honestly. Okay. So first thing you're going to do, I will link, I'll put the link to the recipe in so you don't have to worry about
searching it.
the measurements and everything like that. So we're going to start with some vinegar, which I know sounds really weird. And we are going to pour it into some milk. So what we're doing here, we're creating a little bit of a chemical reaction. And we're making buttermilk, which is going to help make our pancakes really fluffy. So we're going to just do that, and we're going to let it sit for a few minutes. And then we are going to jump into our dry ingredients. So what are we starting with first, Ms. Pequin?
Well, we already have our flour in a bowl. 1 cup of flour. Make sure that goes in the bowl.
Yep.
We're going to mix all of our dry ingredients together first.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So we've got salt, baking powder, and baking soda. So these are going to help once we mix the buttermilk in. It's going to make them like a chemical reaction, and that's going to get all fluffy. So we're going to dump those in. And then what do we got next?
Well, we have to mix them together.
Yes, we probably should do that.
A good first step. Yeah. So we're whisking the dry ingredients together, and then our next step, we're going to put in all of our wet ingredients. So we start.
You forgot the sugar.
I already threw my sugar in.
You did? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm behind the ball here. I like to 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Ingredients.
Yes, and I use white and brown sugar, but it's totally up to you. Like,
yeah, I don't have brown sugar because quarantine and whatnot, but I do have white sugar, so that's what I went with.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Sorry. All right.
No worries.
Now we're moving on to wet ingredients.
Yes, all the wet ingredients.
Yes. So we're gonna start. Yes.
Going with an egg.
In my snowman.
I found that if you're gonna crack your eggs, doing it on just like a flat surface works the best to crack your egg.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Not the side of a bowl, because then you get
things splatters and yeah. It's a mess on everybody's mixing.
Yep. And then we're gonna dump in our melted butter. So make sure that you melt your butter a little early and let it sit, because you don't want to dump in hot butter because it'll just seize up and be awful. So dump that in.
It's really important that each wet ingredient that you add, you're mixing in between too.
Absolutely. Next, I don't think the recipe calls for this, but I always put in a little vanilla. Sorry, Miss Pequin.
Ooh, how much vanilla do you put in?
I usually just either like a capful, but I took time to measure it out a little. I think I did a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a little bit, just to add that in. It's fun.
I'm gonna eyeball it because sometimes I think I can.
Exactly. That's sometimes we gotta have fun. Are we ready for buttermilk?
I think so. What's it supposed to look like? I've never made buttermilk before.
So it's supposed to curdle a little bit, so it's gonna look a little gross, but yeah. So it's curdled just a tad. Yep, that's perfect. Yeah.
Show the camera.
Yeah, it's curdly. So yeah. So dump that in. Don't worry, it's gonna taste so good. And then you want to mix. And you don't want it too, you don't want to mix it too much, but
right.
You want to mix it up. You don't want big chunks, but having a few, not having it perfectly mixed together is perfect for pancakes. So
perfect. I'm still seeing some dry chunks in there.
All right.
All right,
Ready?
looking good.
I think I'm gonna heat up my stove.
Yeah. Medium heat? Or low?
For what?
For heating up, medium or low?
Usually medium-ish. My stove is really hot.
Yeah.
So I typically go low. So medium-low heat would be perfect for this.
Perfect. Open a new thing of butter.
Yes. Always open a new thing of butter. All right. So if you want to look, I know my lighting isn't very good here. So I've got some
Yep.
left. It's pretty smooth.
Perfect.
It smells good. So that's ready. And then maybe we will move over to the stove. All right. So now we're over at the stove. So we are going to start cooking. So first things first, you want to put some butter on your pan because that's going to help the pancakes get really crispy and delicious.
Who doesn't love butter, really?
Yes. And you want to do it when the pan is warm so the butter will melt. Perfect. And we should probably mention that this recipe makes about 6 pancakes.
Yep.
So if you need more than that,
Double it.
double it. Yep. All right, so my pan is just heating up. Miss Pequin, what are you using for a pan?
I am just using a Tefal Red Hot or Red Dot, I think it's called.
Perfect.
Actually, Miss McDougal bought me these for my birthday or Christmas one year.
Oh, Miss McDougal.
Yeah.
I have like a griddle pan that sits on top of my burner, but a good old fashioned frying pan is the best.
Yeah.
So whatever you've got.
I'm using, because I don't have an ice cream scoop or any serving spoons, I'm just going to use a quarter
Me
cup
too.
measuring.
Yeah. Like I'm using a third of a cup.
Yep.
Makes the perfect size.
Perfect.
So my pan is nice and hot, so I'm just gonna dump, and you wanna spread it out.
Where do you put the blueberries in, like as it's cooking?
Yeah, so as soon as I put all of the pancakes down, then I will sprinkle some blueberries on top. Or you can do chocolate chips, or I've done apples and cinnamon, like finely chopped apples and cinnamon is really good.
Ooh, that would be good. Can I hire you as my personal quarantine chef? Like, is that a thing?
I've done sprinkles, like whatever you want. Like these are your pancakes, so
make them your own.
Exactly. And yeah, so I just sprinkled everything is down on the pan, and they're bubbling, and it's nice and hot. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some blueberries on top.
These turn out pancake breakfast.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
I love cooking pancakes. So yes, we can definitely do that.
I don't do it very often because it's not something that I crave, but when somebody else mentions pancakes, then I can't stop thinking about it until I get my hands on them.
Literally. This is something that typically, at least, either a Saturday or Sunday, depending on our schedule, my family and I, we love pancakes. My fiance loves this recipe, so.
Oh, that's good.
Always something we see in our house.
See, my house on Sundays is like bacon and eggs and toast, and I always go for the BLT, but.
Oh, yes. That's always good. There we go. Yes, so they're down. They're cooking, so you want to let them go for a few minutes. How are you doing there, Miss Pequin? Good, good. I need to find, the one thing I did not retrieve was a spatula. Now I hope I find one.
Oh yeah. Kind of key in this process.
Here's one.
There you go.
Yes, I should have. We used ours this morning, and I totally made a mental note to clean it, and I didn't. So.
You know what? We're not professionals by any means.
We're not at all.
I do find it helps to clean as you go, though.
Absolutely, yeah. And this is the first time I've measured everything out beforehand, and I think that was really, really helpful. So
yeah,
you might want to try that. So
ignore my candle.
How are you doing? Yeah, let me see.
Pretty good.
Oh, nice. Did you put chocolate chips in?
No, those are blueberries.
Oh, you have blueberries. Okay.
I do.
Nice.
I do. Costco. It's a miracle.
Nice. Yes. I love blueberry pancakes. Okay. So once you start seeing some bubbles on top, then you know they're getting close.
Getting there, yeah.
Yeah. And you're gonna see these pancakes are gonna puff up a little bit too, because once that chemical reaction begins, the vinegar or the buttermilk, they're gonna puff up a little bit too. And they're coming. And this is the waiting game. Now,
So what has been your #1 quarantine activity so far, Miss Lanigan?
ooh, I have done a lot of reading. I think I'm on my 4th book of quarantine. So a lot of reading, a lot of hanging out with my dog Obi. Yeah, what about you, Miss Pequin?
Well, I've been consumed by these paint by numbers where the numbers are like this big and you have to stay within the lines.
Nice.
My grandmother bought me one and sent it out to me on Amazon. And then ever since then, I've just been going crazy and ordering more.
Wonderful. I love it. Yeah, I feel like I've seen one of yours and they're beautiful. So
Yeah, really beautiful.
that's
And then trying to entertain and homeschool a 6-year-old
yes.
is not an easy feat.
No.
I know that I have many kids in my class, but he's a very active 6-year-old
Absolutely. Yes.
who does not like school, believe it or not.
Oh, but you're killing it. That's what's important.
Well, we do our part, and there's a lot of educational apps out there.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just gonna just look.
I know. I just flipped mine too. They're so brown and
Smells so good.
and they smell so good.
Cooking is fun when you're like,
Yes. And this recipe
even
is
as
so
an adult.
easy.
Even as an adult.
Yes. The best, literally. So be careful when you're flipping because you don't want to make a huge mess.
Yes, and you don't want to splatter yourself because that's hot.
You don't want to do that either, so be careful.
Oh, it smells so good, I'm telling you. I cannot wait to dive in.
How are you doing there, Miss Pequin? Do you have some to show?
Well, I've got 2 beautiful, beautiful pancakes here. See if I can.
Ooh, I love them. Oh yeah. I'm gonna plate some up here too. There. All right.
Well, I'm just focused over here. I'm gonna take a bite because. Oh, get careful when you.
They're hot.
Oh, I just squirted blueberry juice all over the place.
Awesome. Well, that is our little cooking show. Now that they're ready, so now we're gonna eat them. Pretty good,
Those are the best pancakes I've ever had.
right?
I'll never go back. Never go back.
No, I'll never make pancakes from a box again, ever. So.
No.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining us. If you made it through the entire video, proud of you. Yeah. So I hope that you were all safe and well. And
Taking care of yourselves and practicing social distancing.
absolutely, absolutely. So everyone take care, and we'll talk soon. All right.
Bye.
Bye.